Okay, so if you're done answering the chart, you may continue on this video. But if not, pwede mo munang i-pause and then sagutan mo muna and then i-click mo ulit yung play button para makapag-start tayo for our next topic. Okay, so thank you for answering the chart. Now for our next topic, we'll discuss the idea or the concept of components of computers. So we mentioned a while ago that a machine or we need a machine for us to be able to convert, organize, no, and transform yung mga raw ingredients natin which are data to a meaningful information. And this particular machine has its own components. No? So the computer components are recognized as to become the most crucial because without it, of course, it will not work. Just in case the unit stops functioning, you may know what are the simple troubleshooting na pwede mong gawin. So I think you're familiar naman po on how you can do some troubleshooting. Let's say, for example, ang mga saksakan kasi sa likod ng what we call system unit. Sir, what is a system unit? System unit is mas kilala natin sa CPU, no? So system unit yung tawag dun sa parang malaking kahon na pinaglalagyan po na pinagsasaksakan niyo ng mga flash drives and the likes. Yung mga saksakan po ng mga wires ng mga monitor, ng keyboard and the like. System unit po yung tawag dun. And yung likod po ng system unit natin, it has a lot of components. No? It has a lot of both the internal components and of course yung mga hubs o yung mga buses na pinagsasaksakan niyo. When you say hubs or buses, ito po yung mga, 'di ba, kaya tinatawag na siyang USB because it's actually the bus, the universal serial bus. Yung saksakan, no? Yung sinasaksakan natin ang tawag dun is USB or universal serial bus. So yun yung USB. But ang tawag natin dun sa hawak-hawak niyo po is actually flash drive, no? So yung pinagsasaksakan natin ng flash drive is USB. All of the hubs and other components of the external system unit ay parang laruan niyo ng bata, no? Yung laruan niyo ng bata na pinagsasaksakan niyo po ng mga shape ng star, shape ng heart, shape na circle. Naalala niyo po yung laruan yung gano'n? So, gano'n lang din po yung mga yung nasa likod nun. Ibig kong sabihin, you cannot, ah you cannot insert anything na hindi fit doon sa idea or hindi fit doon sa design noong hubs or yung mga bus na yun, 'no? So, kaya huwag kayong matakot tanggalin at ibalik, i-check kung malinis, and tingnan kung saan nakakabit yung mga wires na yun for basic troubleshooting. We will discuss more of that next meeting about when we discuss the different input-output devices. But now we'll start with the three major components of information system. If you watched the video a while ago, or yung first video po natin, nasabi ko na po lahat ng three major components ng information processing system. Ito din po yung three major components ng isang computer. We have what we call the tangible part of computer system, which is hardware. Nandyan po yan sa inyong week 1 material. When we say tangible, it means that it is the part of computer that we can touch and we can see. Examples are the input and output devices like your monitor, your keyboard, and the likes. We also have what we call hardware. Of course, also have what we call software. Software is the non is the non-tangible part that tells the computer how to do its job. But technically, this is the application. Again, this is the application where we input our algorithm. And lastly, the most powerful component of information processing system are us, users. Also, without users, we cannot input series of steps for us to be able to to convert data to information. And, um, one good way to discuss parts of computer system is the idea of data path. Data path, ito po yung nasa loob ng computer system po ay ng system unit po natin. This is a series of electrical parts that are connected with one another. So usually ito na yung hanggang linis lang tayo kasi it's harder for us to check which particular switches ang kailangan nating i-click, no? But a data path is a collection of the different functional units like that, yung nakikita niyo po sa screen. So, yung kaya natin tinatawag na CPU yung system unit because sa loob ng system unit nandun yung CPU at yung CPU ay may dalawang part. We have what we call the ALU and the CU. ALU stands for the arithmetic logic unit. Arithmetic logic unit means it manages how input-output are being processed. And lastly is the CU or the control unit. Again, two parts of CPU, we have ALU and CU. One is for the input process, while CU is control unit. When you say control unit, this is the part of the CPU that controls or manages the entire operation. Okay, so again, we have what we call ALU and then CU. Data path also manipulates the data coming through the processor. It also provides a small amount of temporary data storage. A data path has its own component as well. So yung bawat parte ng isang uh, data path are as follows. We'll start with the programmable registers. Programmable registers are small units of data storage that are directly visible to assembly language programmers. So, assembly language programmers are not the usual programmers na nakikita niyo po na halimbawa kung may kaklase kayo dati na nag-IT po ngayon na gumagawa sa Java, gumagawa ng website, hindi po sila assembly language programmer. Ang ibig sabihin po ng assembly language programmer is yung nagpo-program directly to the operating system or directly po dun sa computer, no? So, halimbawa po niyan, sa assembly language kasi ang, sila yung nagbibigay ng instruction directly to the computer. So, by the way, a computer can only understand machine language. When we say machine language, it is 101010, what we call the binary digits, no? So, kumbaga po sa Pinoy henyo, ang computer, kaya niya lang magsabi ng yes or no. So, depende kung sasabihin niya sa yes, depende kung sasabihin niya sa no, tsaka niya susundin yung inyong process, no? So, kaya usually ang mga programs ay imperative. When you say imperative, pautos. Kasi sasagot lang siya kung kaya niyang gawin o hindi niya kayang gawin. So, yung assembly language programmer, ito yung sumunod na language bago mag-machine language. So, since sabi ko kanina, ang naiintindihan lang ni computer ay machine language, which is binary digits 1 and 0. So, kailangan meron tayong way para makipag-communicate dun sa computer or sa machine natin, no? So, ang pinakasumunod sa kanya is the assembly language, wherein assembly language uses mnemonics. Example, when the programmer wants to add or subtract, so gagamit siya ng mga mnemonics, meaning shorter version na i-convert into 1010. Let's say ADD. ADD will be interpreted by the computer. Check niya kung ano po ibig sabihin ng add. Okay? So, since there are a lot of programs na inilalagay doon, so, and sabi natin, it's a series of steps, no? So, the computer must check saan ano yung pagkakasunod-sunod o papaano ko susundin yung mga sinasabi sa akin ng user. So we have what we call the program counter. The program counter counts and holds the address for getting the instruction. So ito yung una kong kukunin, ito yung susunod kong kukunin, ito yung susunod kong kukunin. And gaya ng lahat ng utos, halimbawa yung sa sagot natin, halimbawa lahat ng process. So, ang sasabihin natin, "O, igisa mo 'to." So, sa pagigisa may mga kailangan kang input o may mga kailangan kang data. Ito naman yung role ni multiplexers. Kasi multiplexers, they are used to control those input, 'no? So, ito yung para sa proseso ng paggigisa, ito yung mga kailangan kong input. So, kukunin ko ito sa user. Second is the processing element. So, ito naman sa pagpo-process natin, halimbawa 'pag magluluto ka, so, ano yung mga kailangan mo sa pagluluto? So, kailangan mo siyempre ng apoy, ng mantika, iba pang ingredients, iba pang mga tool like yung mga, um, ano tawag dito, sansheng, sandok at iba pa. So, these processing elements are, the additional, um tools, no, that we use for us to be able to do the process. It usually computes new data. Let's say for example, yung hilaw na bawang gagawin niyang ginisang bawang. And lastly, we have what we call the special purpose registers that hold the data that is needed for the entire operation. But usually, the special purpose registers, unlike programmable registers, are not directly visible to assembly language programmers. Sabi natin kanina, so na-discuss natin yung ALU. Now we go to CU. So CU controls or control unit generates control signal that direct the operations of memory and the data path. So it means that lahat ng proseso, ang nagko-control nito is the control unit. So it will tell the memory o yung pinagkukuha natin ng instruction kung ano yung mga data na kailangan natin. It also tells the ALU or the arithmetic logic unit na ito na yung proseso na gagawin mo. As a control unit, it also manages how the different parts of the data path will be connected and will interpret the instructions, as it controls the signals that direct the operation of memory and the data path. Think of control unit as our nervous system. So, lahat ng mga proseso na ginagawa ng digestive system, na urinary system, na iba pang part ng mga system ng body natin is being controlled by our brain and by the nerves na meron po tayo. So, that's the control unit. Speaking of which, we have the human brain or the memory. So, yung tayo po lahat na kinokontrol natin, lahat po ng ginagawa natin ay ah, usually stored and controlled by our brain. So in computer, we have what we call the memory, which is like a human brain. So it is used to store data and instruction. As computer memory, it has a separate space to store that particular instructions, that particular data to the computer. Para alam ni computer saan ko kukunin at anong gagawin kong proseso para dito. And to end our discussion for today, we have what we call the two types of memory. We have what we call the volatile and the non-volatile memory. Volatile memory is memory that is temporary because it loses the content when the computer or hardware devices is being turned off. While we have what we call the non-volatile memory, which is the non-temporary memory. Ibig sabihin, you can store, no, you can store information, you can store data from there. Okay? So I hope that you can easily answer the week 1 material using this video. So after this video, you may now proceed with with the activity, hands-on activity number 2 doon sa inyong assignment tab. Thank you for watching and I hope you learned something today. Patuloy pong umasa at maging pag-asa ng ating bayan. God bless everyone.